everybody. This is Amy Rich with amyrich.net. Can you believe we are on project number 7 of the 12 projects of Christmas 2024? This one is super fun. I fell in love with the Reindeer Fun Bundle a little bit late, but totally worth it. I got it, and it's been so fun to play. And check out all of these amazing dies, first of all. It's got dies to make presents. Here's a ribbon that you can put on the presents. Here's another one that you can put on the presents the other direction. We have the reindeer, which I am not even getting into that. That is so much fun. And then, of course, dies that coordinate with the stamps, as well as extra bonus dies like the holly and the berries, this frame, which we will showcase today, and some bells. Lots of great dies here. Too many to count or something. Here we have the designer series paper. What I love about the Reindeer Days DSP is that it is traditional Christmas colors. You can see 5 of the sheets here. Do you want to know why there are only 5? Because I used the other one all up already. The other one has some great holly, so I'll bring it in so you can see. This is the one I used up already. Sad but true. I may have to beg, borrow, or steal some, or just go buy some more. And some of these you can use with dies. For instance, this particular sheet right here, this deer right here, you can cut her out with some of the dies. And then I think these you can, the pair. We're actually going to use the stamp that coordinates with that in this project. And then the one that I don't have, there might be some things in there that you can die cut also. I'm not 100% sure though, because I didn't give it a try. All right, then the back side. Holy moly. The back side, look at this. This screams me, so we have to use it today. I also love that one. And look at that one. All right, so lots of opportunity here to create something adorable. So I decided a fun fold is in order. Now, also in that sweet collection are these amazing peppermints. Don't try to eat them at home because they are not for eating. And then we're going to actually start with a piece of 11 by 4 1/4 Granny Apple Green cardstock. All right, well, the first thing we're going to do is score it at 5.5 inches. So we'll do that first. And of course, to score it, use the light colored blade here. And then I'm going to fold it, find what I want as the front, because sometimes there's a little hangover. So a holiday hangover. And so I want to check to make sure I have what I want here. Then I'm going to trim at 2 1/8, which if you do your math, that is 1/2 of the 4 1/4 width. All right, so 2 1/8. And then I'm going to come back and cut off this panel right here. So I'm going to go just on the other side of that score line and go down to the cut line. And there we have that's a barn door card, isn't it? Is that what it's called? Well, I've cut another piece here, and let me tell you, it is 5.5 by 2 1/8. And I have cut that and scored it at 4 1/4 inches. And I'm going to fold the tab back. Let me get rid of that. I don't think we need that again, but it's handy if we do. Then I'm going to take, you can take any kind of adhesive, put adhesive on the flap, and then we're going to bring it over here. Now, this is the tricky part for this particular design because I want to make sure, look at this frame. I want to make sure that can be centered and still fit on the card. So I'm just going to lay that down. I guessed pretty well. So the fold is up against the top of the card. And there we go. So check this out. We're going to have a fun fold card, everybody. Super cute. Okay, let's get some of this put together. Oh, we do need the trimmer. It's a good thing I didn't put it far. All right, so we're going to start with a piece of 5 1/4 by 4. I had to think about that for a minute. And then when we cut it now, I want this section in the top opening of my card. And once again, this opening is 2 1/8. So I'm going to cut this at 1 7/8. Okay. So now this piece, super cute, will go right up here. And then I'm going to take this and flip it over. And that is going to go right in here. I do have to trim that down a little bit. I guess I should have started with a little bit smaller piece. All right. So here we are. We've got our sectioned pieces here. And then we're going to put a piece of white in there as well so that we can easily write our sentiment on there. Okay, so we're going to take our 1 7/8 by 5 1/4 and put that over my tab. It covers up the ugly there. And then we're going to, down here, we're going to add the white. And that's for your little message. See how there's a little space in between? And then we're going to flip this shut and we're going to add this down here at the bottom because I can't resist a good plaid. Because I love plaid and I love how bold it is. I love the red in there with our garden green and then this little stripe of granny apple green. If you're having trouble like I am lining up the border, open this up and just make sure you've got your border the way you want it. Okay, so then when we close this and we close that, next we're going to work on this. All right, so we've got a piece of, this is 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. And this white piece is cut just about the same, maybe a teensy bit shorter on both sides because we're going to layer it behind and I don't want it to show. So I just gave myself a little wiggle room. And then we're going to ink up our mom and baby reindeer. And I think we're going to have to bring in a piece of grid paper. It's a little messy. That's okay. I think I used this on a project lately for the 12 projects of Christmas. So there we go. And then I'm going to add this, not quite to the bottom, but almost. And then the head's centered as much as possible. Now let me show you. And it's okay that I didn't get the tail end. Get it? The tail end. Because I want those guys to show through the window just like that. Yay, it worked. All right, now when I start coloring, I am going to use the DSP as a guide. So here I have some Stampin' Blends, and it just so happens that these are on sale right now, and it's probably, if you're watching after the 15th of November 2024, I'm sorry you missed it. But if you happen to watch before that, you can still get your Stampin' Blends at a discount right now. All right, so we've got pecan pie, crumb cake, and then this is the dark combo pack. And this was just to fill in the hooves and a little bit, which I didn't realize were already filled in. Oops. And then I'm just going to fill in a little bit of the under, it's almost like the underbelly here. Just start a little bit darker under there, close to the belly. And then we'll just take our pecan pie and we'll continue that color. We'll just blend that color right down the leg. And if you notice on the DSP, you're going to see that it gets lighter and lighter as you go down. So I'm gonna do some coloring here and back here on the haunches, and then maybe a little bit on the back, and then up the neck a little, and then just a wee bit into the ears over here. And then we'll leave it at that and move over to our adult reindeer here. And again, we're just gonna get some of the areas, and we're gonna highlight some of the areas here with our dark pecan pie. And we're gonna work in towards into some lighter color as we go. So I'm going to speed up the video just for a little bit while I work on the shading. Then we're going to go to the dark crumb cake. Just start blending that a little bit more. Noticing that around the nose, it gets pretty light. So I'm not going to go into the nose area or the ear too much. But see how these colors really are different? But we're going to work on blending them together. And then finally, with a little bit of light crumb cake, we're going to finish this off. Okay, and then we could use just a little bit of pink in the ear. So we'll go to a little bit of petal pink there. And good enough for me. Okay, next we're going to add this greenery here around it. And so I'm going to use my liquid glue for this just because I can get up into those edges a little bit more. And I want to make sure to get all the way around. And then we'll adhere that. Remember, I cut the white just a hair smaller so that I can make sure to hide it behind. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. All right, so then let's flip it, get that centered, making sure that white is not going to show. Okay, so then we're going to add it to our card like this using a few Stampin' Dimensionals. Now, if I can kind of check and see where I'm going with those dimensionals, then I can actually put the dimensionals here rather than trying to guess on the back of my deer. And if you know me, I love my dimensionals. So I'm making sure I've got plenty where that comes from. And I'm going to add that right where I've shown you super cute. So up, over, and you've got yourself a really sweet card. But let's finish up with a sentiment. So I'm going to grab Real Red ink here for my sentiment. And I grabbed the Merry Christmas from the stamp set. Really pretty. And I cut my strip, I believe it is 3.5 inches by 1/2 inch. I'm not sure I got it straight, but I'm going with it. And then I'm going to take my snips and just banner cut the ends. So I cut down the center. And then from the corner to that spot on both sides. This is going to end up here. And actually, I probably should have just left this side because I'm going to add some more decoration. This part doesn't look super Christmassy, so I wanted to fix that a little bit, and you'll see what I mean. So I'm going to pop this up here. I got to make sure that is straight. And then we're just going to add our little holly. So, like I said, I probably should not have worried about banner cutting, but that's okay. I'm just going to put a little piece of dimensional in the center of my holly. And then I'm just going to hide those banner cut edges. And then, of course, we need the little berries. So the holly actually is my very favorite part of the dies, even more so than that really pretty greenery frame, because it's just so versatile for Christmas. So here is that. Now, do we need any of these guys? I'm thinking we have enough going on, so we're going to leave it as is. But isn't it a super cool card? You can check out my blog for all of those details and measurements again. And in the meantime, don't forget to click subscribe because I have more amazing projects of Christmas for this year, and you're not going to want to miss any of them. All right, so thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you the next time we post. And it's number 8 of the 12 projects of Christmas. So I'll see you then.